This collectible is running inside a real Unreal Engine 5.5 level. The green sphere exists, an orange collector enters its collision volume, the collectible disappears, and the score changes from 0 to 1. In this lesson, we will build the components in C++, configure an overlap-only collision sphere, bind OnComponentBeginOverlap, guard the reward so it can only happen once, broadcast the result, and verify the same state change with real frames, logs, and an Unreal automation test. The collectible uses a USphereComponent as its root. That root defines the interaction volume. A static mesh is attached only for the visible object, and a point light adds a readable green glow. The mesh has no collision of its own, so there is only one authoritative overlap shape. Primary actor tick is enabled for rotation, but collection does not depend on tick. This separation keeps visual polish independent from gameplay collision. The sphere uses query-only collision because it detects contact without blocking movement. Its object type is world dynamic. Every response starts as ignore, then the pawn channel changes to overlap. Generate overlap events must also be true on both participating components. This is more precise than enabling a broad preset and hoping the right callback fires. The collectible describes exactly which relationship matters. When a pawn-shaped collector enters this query volume, emit an overlap event. The constructor binds OnComponentBeginOverlap with AddDynamic. The target is this actor, and the function is handleBeginOverlap. Because it is a dynamic multicast delegate, the handler is marked uFunction and uses Unreal's required overlap signature. When the event arrives, the handler rejects null actors and self-overlaps, logs the actual other actor, and calls tryCollect. The collision component detects the event. The actor method owns the gameplay decision. tryCollect asks a pure helper how many points to award. If the item was already collected, the answer is 0 and the function returns immediately. Otherwise, the actor sets be collected, disables its collision, hides the mesh and glow, and broadcasts the awarded points. Disabling collision is important because overlap events can repeat as components move or update. The Boolean guard makes the gameplay rule explicit, while the collision shutdown removes unnecessary future queries. After the state transition, OnCollected broadcasts the point value. The stage listens to that delegate, adds the points, updates the score text, and logs the transition from 0 to 1. This avoids hard-coding a user interface class or game mode inside the collectible. Other systems could listen later for sound, inventory, quests, or analytics. The reusable actor only promises one event with 1 point value. These are 3 real frames from the saved collectible map. First, the green collectible is visible and the score is 0. Next, the orange collector approaches the interaction volume. Finally, the collector has passed through, the collectible is hidden, and the score reads 1. The camera, platform, and lighting stay fixed, so the difference is auditable. This is the actual compiled overlap path, not an edited mockup pretending that collection occurred. The runtime log names the collector that entered the sphere, records the score transition, and confirms 1 awarded point. A separate Unreal automation test protects the collision radius, overlap generation, pawn response, default point value, and the pure one-shot award rule. The test passed with 1 success and 0 failures. Runtime evidence covers the real delegate path. Automation covers deterministic configuration and state logic. Together they are stronger than either check alone. The reusable pattern is 4 steps. Detect the relationship with a focused overlap volume. Guard the transition so it cannot execute twice. Apply the local state change by disabling collision and hiding the visual. Broadcast a small result for outside systems. Use a real level run to prove the event path, then protect stable defaults with automation. This same structure scales from coins to health pickups, quest triggers, checkpoints, and interaction zones.